Welcome back to The Run with Manny Wilson. My guest Justin Black is still here with me. We talked about the Cowboys earlier, so now we're going to bring up some of these NFC teams and mostly talking about the Saints and the Rams. In my opinion, I think those two are the most dominant in the NFC right now. But then again, the NFC is loaded with competition.
NFC is loaded.
They are loaded with competition. So in your opinion, who do you think in the NFC will go to the NFC, the conference game?
I don't know. This may surprise you. You know, I think this team is really being slept on.
Oh my
Nobody's paying attention to them.
I know you.
They tough. I don't think you know what I'm saying. Okay. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but you know, I think the Carolina Panthers, man, with Cam Newton. listen. They got North Turner there, and turned around Cam Newton, and Cam Newton is made.
They were playing good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tough offense, tough defense, strong head coach, and like. I feel like the thing that will hurt the Panthers is home field advantage. Like, I feel like the Saints, now they could beat the Saints if the Saints are at home, but you need to play a nearly perfect game. If the Panthers really want a shot at, you know, getting to the NFC Championship, they really need to somehow get a home field advantage. Now, I honestly feel like I can see them playing the Rams in the second round. And I don't know if you've been watching any Rams games, but their home games aren't home games. You see different team. You see Packers fans in the stands in LA. Yeah. So their home games is not really an advantage. So if they play the Rams at home, and the Rams, you know, they're still slightly inexperienced in the playoffs, I feel like if they play. If the Rams play the Panthers in the playoffs, which I think definitely. I think the Panthers will get them. And depending on how things shake out, I can see the Saints and the Panthers being in the NFC Championship.
Okay. Saints, Panthers, Rams. Those three teams are crazy good, and those three teams are also in the same division as my favorite team, Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, goodness.
So my division is packed.
Falcons.
My division is loaded.
Yeah.
So somebody out that NFC South division is most likely going to the Super Bowl.
You still got faith in the Falcons?
Of course, I always got faith in the Falcons. Even though we ain't been playing the best, but I look at it, 2 years straight, we beat teams in our division to get further and further in the playoffs. Last year, people said, "Oh, Rams about to spank the Falcons." What happened? Falcons came out there and we won.
They had no experience.
And that's their fault. We ain't had that much experience either, but we came out there and got it done.
Of course you had playoff experience. You had Matty Ice. You got Julio. Of course you played in the Super Bowl the year before. Of course you got experience.
That's okay, but we earned it. We had to get to the Super Bowl. We had to beat teams in our division to get to the Super Bowl.
Let's see if you make the playoffs this year, okay? Let's take it one game at a time.
Okay, and I am taking it one game. That's why I'm not talking crazy like we getting to I ain't say we was going to the conference game. I'm just saying I'm talking about the Saints, Rams, and the Panthers. I know my team beat those teams, especially we beat the Panthers in the playoffs last year. Or I think what was it, wild card or it was something like that. Or first round, one of them.
First round? No, because the Saints played the Panthers in the first round last year. I remember
we beat a good team. We beat the Panthers within the last 2 years, though, in important games. Close games, we beat the Panthers. We should have beat the Eagles. It was a good game. The Eagles did win a Super Bowl last year, so we lost to the champions. And I'm like, that's over. They ended up winning it all. So we lost to the best team in the NFL, technically.
We're not even talking about the defending Super Bowl champions.
But they're in the NFC.
What happens to them?
They're in the NFC. That's another team who can possibly win a game. It's tough with the NFL because it's literally one game. You get one chance. You get one chance to play your heart out. And if you lose, then that's it. Now, all right, I'm going to get back on topic. I'm going to leave the Falcons alone. I do think if we get in the playoffs, we have a chance of beating people because we're a good team. We just got to play right at the right time. We just got to play good together.
We'll see.
And we don't do that all the time. So that's where our downfall is. But if we do get in the playoffs, we probably can pull off a few games and hopefully some miracles and get in the conference game.
Miracles. You're going to need some miracles.
We can probably get in the conference game. But if my Falcons don't get there, I think the Saints is going. I thought the Saints was going to the Super Bowl last year, but they didn't get robbed out one person
definitely got robbed.
One person made a big mistake.
Yeah, rookie. Man.
Yeah, and it cost them. It cost them the game, and that was their chance of getting to the Super Bowl. And I thought they would have won the Super Bowl, but I definitely believe they're going to get back to the conference championship game. They're going to win. The Vikings are good. The Rams are good. You said the Panthers. Those teams are all really good. So it's going to be tough. It's definitely going to be a battle. Definitely going to be a battle. Saints is for sure the one team I think is going to get there, unless they play the Falcons.
So what do you think the matchup is going to be? NFC Championship?
NFC Championship. Saints. If we had the plaques to put up on the board right now, I'm putting the Saints up there.
Okay.
That's one. And I got about 3 teams for that other team to go against the Saints.
3?
But I'm going to go out there. I'm going to just go out because we beat the Rams before. Falcons beat the Rams before. It's going to be tough to do it again. It's going to be tough to beat any team twice in the playoffs.
Tell me you're going to put the Falcons right there.
Let me get there. I'm going to eliminate teams. Rams, you said it yourself, don't have that much playoff experience. They're a good team, great team. But if they get home, you never know what might happen if they play at home.
Exactly.
They got a really good record, so their home field advantage is looking really good to them right now. But we don't know how that will go. I'm knocking the Rams off.
Who's knocking the Rams out?
If Falcons play the Rams, I feel like Carolina can beat the Rams. Cam Newton can definitely get it done against the Rams.
Definitely. I'm predicting that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would pick Cam Newton and the Panthers to beat the Rams. They would be up there. Vikings have a really good defense. I like Kirk Cousins. He pretty sweet to me.
Yeah.
But like I say, anybody can beat anybody, so it will be close. I don't know what next team I would knock off between. Because you got the Eagles there, but
I think the Eagles,
they're gonna be tough too, though.
I think the Eagles. I mean, to be honest with you, it'll be good. I'll be surprised if they make it to the second round. They don't really look that good this year. I see no consistency really. Like
they ain't been looking the same at all. Nowhere is near. But like I say, anybody can beat anybody in one game. It's one game, literally. That's it.
True.
I wouldn't put the Eagles in there though. They're definitely not gonna be up there. I'm gonna just go with it, man. I'm just gonna say it, man. I'm going all out. I will put the Saints and the Falcons in the conference game. That's what I'm going with, man. This
is straight for as a fan. This is like all right. I'm gonna say the Lions. Right, this is my team. I'm gonna say the Lions gonna make it then.
Look. Let me explain it. All right, let me explain it. Our schedule. We play the Buccaneers again. We play the Cowboys. We can beat the Cowboys. We can beat the Buccaneers. I think we play the Saints again. Every time we play the Saints, it's always a close game. So if we see if we see the Saints, it's a close game. We gonna fight for sure. Yeah. It's always a close game when we play the Saints. We usually always beat down on the Panthers.
Whoa.
We get them work when we play the Panthers.
Have you guys played the Panthers this year yet?
Yeah, when we beat them.
Were you at home?
I can't remember if we was home or not, but I just know my team walked away with the win.
Okay, all right.
I just know my team walked away with the win.
I need to see if you'll be at home or not.
I think we were at home.
Yeah, because if you going on the road, you're not beating the Panthers. I doubt it.
Well, you never know. You never know. Like I said, it depends on what Matt Ryan shows up and what the play calling is going to be that game, because it can be tough, man. Like we have not been playing good. As an Atlanta Falcons fan, we've been playing really iffy. We beat down on bad teams. That's how our record is getting better.
This is all fan. This is like just the fan you coming out right now. Because I don't even think the Falcons going to make the playoffs, to say the truth.
It's tough. And you got to go game by game. You got to go game by game.
They're not making the playoffs. I'm sorry, but they're not.
They gonna get in the playoffs,
like,
man.
I'll take the Seahawks over the Falcons. Like
we talking NFC. We talking NFC. We keep the Seahawks on their division. We know who coming out the AFC.
No. It's NFC. Seahawks NFC.
No.
Yeah, the NFC.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they are. They have the same division as the Rams.
Yeah, they're not gonna do it.
Yeah, I'll take the Seahawks over the Falcons.
But you gonna take the Seahawks? Seahawks? Come on, man. No.
Yes.
You gonna really do me like that?
Yes, I will take the Seahawks over the Falcons any day.
Who does the Seahawks have besides Russell Wilson?
Last name Wilson.
It.
Come on.
Just because Russell Wilson can beat down on y'all Lions.
That man will carry the whole team.
Just because he can
He beat the Detroit Lions.
It's the Detroit Lions. Just because he can beat down on y'all Detroit Lions. don't mean he gonna do the same thing
My
against the
Lions
Falcons.
is a tough squad, man. Don't talk down on us. We a
Look,
tough
y'all,
squad.
y'all got a new coach and all that. I was hoping y'all did good, but look, things didn't work out for y'all, and things that I don't want to talk trash because my team is not in the best predicament to talk trash.
It's okay. I'll
right
talk
now.
trash. We suck. I know.
But in terms of the NFC, I'm going with not the Rams, the Saints and the Falcons. Just because in the past we've beat the teams that have always so-called been better than us or had higher odds to win. When we played the Rams, they had higher odds to beat us, and we beat them. When we played the Panthers, people thought the Panthers would beat us, and we beat them. When we played the Saints, I thought we was gonna beat them, but it was a close game. We usually always put up if we get to the playoffs, we can do some damage.
So what you gonna tell me? They're going to the Super Bowl now?
I'm not telling you that.
Go ahead. That's what you want to say. I can tell that's what you want to say. Go ahead, say it. They're going to the Super Bowl.
Look, we are a 4-4 team. I'm not telling you we're going to the Super Bowl right now. Maybe after if we get to the playoffs and get a few wins, then you might hear me talk about Super Bowl.
They'll finish the season 9-7 and right outside of the playoffs. They're not going to the playoffs.
You gonna give me a 9-7?
9-7.
That is rough.
9-7.
That's tough, man. You gonna give me a 9-7?
9-7. They're
not even. We ain't gonna get a wild card. Nothing.
No, because the NFC is so tough. Like we're not even talking about the Packers. We're not
Packers. It's just Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers can get you to the playoffs.
And I get it. He's a miracle man. I get
exactly.
it. But it's literally just him. It's just Aaron Rodgers.
I'll take the Packers over the Falcons.
You know what?
I'm telling you.
Come on now.
I'm telling you.
I wouldn't do that. And I understand our defense for the Falcons is not the best. We ain't got the best defense, so that's really gonna be.
You got a lot of injuries on defense too.
Yeah, that's what's killing us. Really, that's gonna be our big downfall. So we gonna have to outscore everybody.
Exactly.
But you gotta look to my point though. We got the offense to do it. We got the offense to outscore teams.
When you talk about playoffs, this high offense is cool, when it's hot outside in September and all that. But when you get in November, December, when you get in the playoffs, we talking playoffs. You talking playoffs.
Not practice.
Not practice.
Playoffs.
You need defense. That's when defense shines.
You're right. What if our defense step up?
No. So listen, but here's my NFC Championship predicament. I think everybody is raving about the Rams, but they've shown a lot of weaknesses in the past couple weeks. They've barely won their last few games, and they just lost to the Saints. Now, I think the Rams are a very good team, but when it comes to playoffs, I think the Panthers have the offense and the defense. Like, the Rams are very vulnerable on defense. I think the Panthers are tough on offense, tough on defense, and they'll beat the Rams in the second round of the playoffs. And I'm predicting that the Saints and the Panthers will be in the NFC Championship game. And I think it'll be a close one. I'm actually rooting for Cam Newton to go back to the Super Bowl, but I think the Saints will go to the Super Bowl.
Okay, look. I agree with that. I think the Saints get to the Super Bowl. Saints go there. I see Brady getting back to the Super Bowl. I don't think nobody about to beat Tom Brady. But I do see the Saints. I'm gonna stick to the conference game in terms of the NFC. I'm gonna stick to the Saints. I'm gonna look for a team with good offense and defense, and exactly. I'm gonna eliminate my fandom of Atlanta Falcons.
Yes, finally.
Now I do think we still are contenders in the playoffs because anybody can beat anybody, and we do have the offense to outscore people if we come to play. If we come to play, we can't outscore people. But like you said, you made a good point. The playoffs, you do need a good offense and you do need a good defense. You need both. Teams with both Saints, I can see the Saints getting there. I can see the Vikings. They got a hell of a defense. Kirk Cousins makes that offense so much better. He makes that offense come alive.
Yeah, they've been doing good.
And they if they are rolling and they playing good and they go on a good run toward this last stretch of the regular season, then I can give them my vote to get to the conference game. Get back to the conference game. And they can prove to everybody that how they got to the conference game last year wasn't fluke. Or that they can prove that they're a better team and they deserve to have some kind of respect.
I don't see Kirk Cousins being more than like a player that gets you to the second round of the playoffs. I can't see him playing in
He's underrated, man.
In the NFC Championship game. Only way I can see that is if he has the necessary weapons around him and an incredible defense.
But he got good weapons on his offense.
He does, but I think
that whole offense is underrated in my opinion.
It really is. But I feel like the defense has shown a lot of weaknesses, and they've shown that you can probably put up quite a few points on the defense, and Kirk Cousins is just not the player that I think will take me to the promised land. So I can't trust him to, make the.
But you got the Pan. Well, I can see Cam. Okay, I can see Cam. But I'm kind of confused on Cam. I don't know. Last year, he got there and their team just fell apart. It looked bad. When I think Falcons played the Panthers last year, and they just looked bad offensively. So I don't know if it's a get to the playoffs. When the playoffs get there, things change.
I mean, last year in the playoffs against the Saints, Cam Newton was like a pass away from beating the Saints. Like, if I forget the receiver's name, but if he was just like made dove for the ball or something like that, it was like he was a few inches away from catching the pass to put them up against the Saints. And they were like a pass away from beating the Saints in the playoffs last year. So it was just like one simple player. It was like a players who, from them, I think the Panthers are always contenders with Cam Newton and the head coach that they have, Ron Rivera, and the defense that they have. I'm telling you, man, they're so underrated as a team, as a squad. I feel like they're one of the most balanced teams in the NFC.
Ooh. Either way. We can agree that the Saints are gonna get there.
Oh, yeah, we agree that. Right. Drew Brees has thrown like one pick this year, so definitely up there for MVP candidate.
And he broke about 6 records. He just been doing this thing. Yeah, man. I give all the credit to Drew Brees. I actually hope he wins it this year. I would love to see him finish off this year with a ring.
That
sounds like a good story, don't it?
It does, actually. It does.
It sounds like a good story.
Though I like the young dogs. I like the young dogs to be in Super Bowl. We're not talking AFC right now, but give me Pat Mahomes versus Cam Newton or something like that.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
I like that. But
I am tired of seeing the Patriots get there every year, man. It's been too long. I've seen the Patriots get in the Super Bowl way too much these last few years.
Most definitely.
And they usually win it almost every time. I thought they was gonna win it last year too, but it caught me by surprise.
Definitely.
I didn't see that coming. And I don't think anybody in their right mind actually seen that coming.
Oh, definitely. I didn't see it coming.
And if you did, you was really gambling and you just took a long shot.
I wanted the Eagles to win, but I didn't think they were going to win at all. So.
I didn't want the Eagles to win.
You didn't?
Nope. I know an Eagles fan. I actually hope you listen. I know an Eagles fan, and I can't. I couldn't go for him. I couldn't go for him. And then the Eagles beat us.
Oh, that's why you're mad. Oh, yeah, because they beat the Falcons.
Too. And they only beat us by like 4. So I'm like, no, I can't go for the Eagles. No. I was like, Brady, bring it home. I wanted Brady to bring it home.
He tried. He threw 500 yards. So.
Oh, man.